Hey guys and gals, it's your boy JR, aka Lone Wolf's Bushcraft Travels. Good morning and welcome to the Lone Wolf's Bushcraft Travels live stream. My name is JR. I host the Lone Wolf's Bushcraft Travels YouTube channel. Hope you guys can get on well. And I hope everyone's doing well out there. Welcome to my morning live stream here. I'm off to go get me some Starbucks. I'm going to get me some Starbucks breakfast. And I'm taking you guys with me along for the ride. So, once again, hope you guys and gals are all doing well out there. And I'm just popping in here saying hi, and hope you guys are all doing well. It's been a while since I've done a live stream, and I've been busy with work and family, and I also been building another audience on another social platform, which is TikTok. I've been building my audience there. It's a different kind of I throw some of my YouTube content onto my TikTok channel, but I put there's different kind of content that's going on my TikTok channel than here on my YouTube channel. Both social medias are really reach out to an audience, which is really cool. And I like both platforms. Both TikTok and YouTube are really cool platforms. I enjoy both. I like the audience I reach here on YouTube, but I'm trying to let my TikTok audience know that I'm over on YouTube as well. And like I said, both platforms are cool. I love that both TikTok and YouTube are different from each other. I see the YouTube Shorts as kind of competing with TikTok. And but like I said, both social platforms are really cool. Both TikTok and YouTube are cool. I joined the YouTube platform, I believe, around 2017, and I still very much enjoy the YouTube platform. And I also love there's various different YouTube communities I'm a part of, and I've really gotten to know the Filipino YouTube community, both on YouTube and also now on TikTok. So I've never been to the Philippines, but I interact with a lot of Filipino TikTokers, and I also interact with a lot of Filipino and Filipinas YouTube channels as well. So really cool communities. And I also made a few YouTube friends over from Australia, and so I've gotten to know YouTubers from Australia, the Philippines, of course, here in the United States. I've interacted with YouTubers here in the United States. But yeah, just a really YouTube, there is a community, and it's neat when you build a community with YouTube creators. And now I'm starting to build a community with TikTok creators as well. And that's been really cool. That's been really enjoyable. Yeah. So I've enjoyed both communities. They're really awesome. I'm trying to spread the word, though, to my TikTok community that I do have a YouTube presence. And that's interesting when you're trying to build audience in two different areas. So I also have an audience on Instagram as well. But lately, my main focus was really letting my TikTok community know I'm over here on YouTube. So, but so far it's pretty cool. Having a good time. Yeah, I wanted to pick me up some Starbucks. I wanted to pick me up some Starbucks. And like I said, I've been busy with work and family. And sometimes I take little breaks in here. So, plus I had a wonderful, hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Had an awesome Thanksgiving. I got to go over to a friend's house, and it's a friend's house. Me and my wife's. It's a mutual friend of me and my wife's, and we've been going to Thanksgiving for a while there. We've been having Thanksgiving with her family, and it's. I think one of her sons didn't get to show up, so it made for a little smaller audience. And I think there were some other friends that didn't get to show up. So it made, since we had a smaller group of people show up for the Thanksgiving over at a friend's house, it made, sometimes when you have a really large group from Thanksgiving, you don't necessarily feel like you got to visit with everyone. And since we had a smaller group, I felt like we had more of a chance to visit with people. Anyways, I had a lovely Thanksgiving, and like I said, I hope you guys had a awesome Thanksgiving as well.
Hello, what can I serve for you?
Can I have a venti pumpkin cream cold brew?
I am all out of pumpkin for the season.
Oh, okay. I will take a venti chocolate cream cold brew.
Awesome. Anything else?
And I will take a sausage cheddar egg breakfast sandwich.
Any sriracha or avocado spread?
Oh, what's that?
Any sriracha or avocado spread?
Oh, no, that's okay.
Anything else?
That'll be it.
11:01. Thank you.
Thanks. So lately, my daughter's gotten me. She's the one that introduced me to the cold brew. So yeah, I'm getting used to having cold brew. Cold brew. Cold brew coffee. Do-do-do-do-do. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. So, yep, what a lovely way to spend a Saturday morning hitting my local Starbucks. It's so funny when I take breaks with, anyways, when I take any kind of social media break where they're making less content for either the TikTok or the YouTube, it's so funny when you take breaks, then you have to get used to talking to your camera again. And it's those of you who are content creators will understand that. So, but and then those of you that are thinking about creating a YouTube channel or a TikTok presence, I think I waited before 2017. I think I waited for about 4 years, and Yeah, I waited about 4 years. And I wish I had not waited for 4 years. I wish I didn't wait 4 years. Kind of waited around for 4 years before I started my YouTube channel. Good morning. Cool. Cool.
Did you want a straw for the cold brew?
Sure, that'd be cool. Cool. Thank you so much. Do. All right. Got my cold brew. Got my sausage cheddar breakfast sandwich. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Some of the stuff I pick up at Starbucks is seasonal. So at least at this Starbucks, the pumpkin cream cold brew was seasonal. But it was good. But today it's chocolate cream cold brew. Chocolate cream cold brew. So like I said, taking breaks on social media is interesting because then I get used to I have to get used to talking to the camera all over again, which is kind of a trip. But I'm going to park right here and enjoy my cold brew coffee and then chill out with you guys. All right. So it's so funny. I usually wake up before my little family. So funny. I'm usually the first one up in the morning. Check out my sandwich. Ooh, look at that. Sausage cheddar Starbucks breakfast sandwich. Ooh, nice and hot. It's really good. Oh, like I said, I get up early. Well, not real early. I think it was like a little bit past 7:30 when I first woke up. And I realized I wanted to come on and make a live stream for you guys. It's so funny. Live streaming hits me at different times. Yeah. So if ever I come on live stream, it's because I really want to, or anytime I throw up new content here on my channel or make a YouTube channel, or it's because I really wanted to. For those of you who do end up creating a YouTube channel, try and make content you'll really enjoy. you guys will see me do different stuff on live stream. I've made travel live streams from Peru. So there were some live streams most recently on my channel where I was in Lima, Peru, chilling out at San Bartolo Beach in Peru. I don't know when the next time I'll get to be able to go back to Peru. Little family update. We are my wife and I, and also my daughter, we're taking turns taking care of my mother-in-law, who's 88 years old. And I don't want to get too much into what she's dealing with, but it's so wild taking care of a loved one. And some of you may be caregivers to your family. And I heard a really neat thing. It was kind of an infomercial. And I can't remember the name of the group. But anyways, it was some kind of infomercial for people that are taking care of loved ones. And in this infomercial, it was talking about how they can sign you up to actually pay you while you take care of your loved one. And which is really cool. I mean, that I'm not doing that in my situation. My mother-in-law is taking care of her own care, so that's pretty cool. But it's really cool. Anyways, she's done a lot for our family, my mother-in-law. She pretty much helped. My daughter's now in her mid-20s. But when my daughter was first born, my mother-in-law and one of my wife's aunts took care of my daughter, which is cool. And so that aunt is no longer with us. She's not alive anymore, but my mother-in-law is. And she is 88 years old. Anyways, I was so touched by their dedication and helping out with our family that I said to my wife, anytime either of those two just said the word that wanted to come and possibly come live with us, I said they can do that at any time, because that's how grateful I was for helping out our family. And I've told these stories to my daughter about my wife's aunt and her mother really helping us out when we were raising my daughter. So, yeah, sometimes I will tell you guys personal tidbits in my life. Anyways, if you got family that do that, like in the case of my mother-in-law, I think she was retired when my daughter was first born. And she was under no obligation to do that. But I think she really did it for her daughter. And it was so funny, before my mother-in-law had landed in Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, this is when my daughter was first born. We were doing a lot of the caring and stuff for my daughter. But when my mother-in-law came off the plane, we wanted to give her a big hug and flowers. And we were so excited to see her. But anyways, for those of you who have family that do that and sacrifice, really cherish them, because, not often. Anyways, I felt pretty fortunate, because not often everyone has family like that. Really cherish those family members that make sacrifices for you. It's a really good breakfast sandwich. Absolutely my favorite breakfast sandwich to pick up at Starbucks. The cheddar and sausage Starbucks breakfast sandwich. Really good. That's really good. Sorry, guys. I want to knock this out. Wow, really good. Wow, that's really good. So, anyways, yeah. So I felt like I was forever indebted to both my wife's aunt and my mother-in-law, since they helped my daughter and us out. So really cherish those family members that go out of their way. Because I think at the time my mother-in-law was newly retired, and well, maybe she wasn't newly retired, but anyway, she was retired, and she didn't have to come all the way from Lima, Peru, to do that. And yes, she did it for her daughter, but still, it was a sacrifice, and it's one. And now I feel like things have become full circle. Now that she's 88 years old, we're trying to take care of everything that she needs, and we're trying to be very supportive at that time. And yeah, my mother, I just can't say enough good things about my mother-in-law. I'm pretty lucky to have a really sweet mother-in-law. She's total sweetheart. It's so funny. She has a lot of energy for someone that's 88 years old. It's pretty wild. But yeah, I just want to make a point of emphasis. Anytime anyone does any sacrifices for your family, try to do nice things for them. Try to be really sweet with them. And, you know, and I think during that time period where she was really helping out my family, my mother-in-law, I kept thanking her pretty often. And I don't do that just with my mother-in-law. I also do that with my wife. Little small things, like in the case of my wife, anytime she's made me breakfast or lunch or dinner, I always tell her thank you. And yeah, it's really, anytime someone does anything for me, I at least try to remember, or I try to stay present in the moment until someone thank you. So anytime someone's done anything really nice for me, and not only have I done that kind of attitude in my personal life, I've also done that in my work life. No matter what occupation I find myself at that time, I've always told my coworkers thank you. I've told strangers thank you. I've had strangers open doors for me or hold the door open for me. And I think most recently I told this person thank you for holding the door open for me and my daughter as we were walking out of the mall. And he said, absolutely, no problem. And then I try to do the same thing. I try to pass on good deeds to strangers as well. And I don't know, man. I think it lets people, I don't know, it lets people in society know that people are still very grateful, you know. And I pass on, like I said, I pass on my gratitude in both in my personal life and also in my work life as well, you know. And then I'm thankful for everything here on social media as well. I'm thankful for the YouTube platform. I'm also thankful for the TikTok platform. Yeah, just, anyways, I think gratitude goes a long way. at least for me, I can really feel gratitude in my bones. Don't mean to get so serious about that. But I really feel, any blessings I got going on right now in my life, I feel very grateful for all the blessings I have in my life. And then, like I said, it doesn't matter whether it's personal life or work life. I love saying the words "thank you" when someone's, helped me out or done a kindness. And anyways, I just really feel that in my spirit whenever I have a spirit of gratitude. So, and I guess the other thing I think of is that's the least a person can do is at least say thank you when someone's done something really nice. So yeah, I'm just sharing with you guys. I'm not preaching at you. I'm just sharing things or little anecdotes that I've noticed. So sometimes I'll do that on my live streams. I'll share very personal. Well, I try to be careful how much personal stuff I share with you guys. But yeah, occasionally I will share personal stuff and personal philosophies. And yeah, I'm grateful for my subscribers who've been with me for a very long time. I'm also grateful for those of you who've become new subscribers. So cheers to both the old and new subscribers out there. Cheers. Clink. You guys and gals rock. And I don't know. So yeah, I don't know when the next time I'm going to do a Mexico trip. And I'm not sure when the next time I'll get to go to Lima, Peru, South America. Last time I was in Lima, Peru, South America, you guys saw me live streaming from Lima, Peru, South America. I think I did a live stream both at my mother-in-law's house in Peru, and I also did a live stream at their San Bertolo place. That they have two different places in San Bertolo Beach, and I was live streaming from their newest place in San Bertolo Beach. It was really, 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 really cool. And then I did some short. I did some short YouTube clip videos while me and my daughter was enjoying a brunch in Paredes, which is a little tiny restaurant there in San Bertolo. And we got to have some really good ceviche. If some of you are not familiar with Peruvian ceviche, it's a mixture of different seafood, shrimp and fish, and it's simmered in lemon and lime sauce, and it's called ceviche, Peruvian ceviche. If you really love seafood and you're ever in Peru, you got to try ceviche. You'll absolutely love it. And the very first time I had ceviche was probably 31 years ago when I first went to Peru. And at first I was not up for eating it because I heard it was only simmered in lemon and lime sauce. It wasn't cooked. And even though I eat sushi, I wasn't sure how much I would like ceviche. So I ordered this. Now, this was like 31 years ago. I ordered the most safest thing you could possibly order, which was a pork fritter sandwich in Peru. So I ordered this pork sandwich. But when my mother-in-law's and my wife's ceviche came out, it looked pretty good, even though that ceviche had only been simmered in lemon and lime sauce. So I ended up trying a little bit of my mother-in-law's ceviche, and I ended up trying a little bit of my wife's ceviche, and I absolutely fell in love with ceviche. And like I said, it's a mixture of different seafood. I think octopus, shrimp, fish. It's a mixture of different types of seafood simmered in lemon and lime sauce. And like I said, if you love seafood, I'm pretty sure you guys will love Peruvian ceviche if you're ever in Peru. So, Now, I've had other ceviches. I've had ceviches from Mexico. It was similar, but not the same. There's nothing like Peruvian ceviche. Um, uh, I've heard other people say that they believe Peruvian ceviche is the best ceviche out there. So um, all I can tell you is I liked it really, really well. I love ceviche. Every time I go visit Lima, Peru, I'm hoping I get a chance to stop by a restaurant and go have me some awesome ceviche. Lomo sentado is my other favorite Peruvian dish, which is like a steak and rice dish. And then roast con pollo, which is a chicken and rice dish, is really good. Um, and like I said, I do like sushi. So I don't know why I was so hesitant to not even try ceviche. So that was kind of weird. Anyways, I'm glad I got to try it and I ended up loving it. Um, yeah, every time I get so excited, every time I get to go to Peru, I know I'm going to have some amazing meals in Peru. And this last time I was in Peru, um, just amazing, amazing meal. And then also I had some pretty amazing meals when I went back to Mexico. I've had some pretty amazing meals as well. Um, I think the first time I went to Mexico was in Cancun, Mexico. So I did Cancun, Mexico. I've done Playa de Carmen, Mexico. I've done Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and then also Sayulita, Mexico. And the Sayulita experience was pretty awesome because I rented an Airbnb. So my last trip to Mexico, I had spent 2 weeks in Mexico. The first week I spent at an all-inclusive resort in Mexico. If you guys have never done the all-inclusive resorts in Mexico, I definitely recommend it because uh, you pay this thing that covers your whole trip, and then all your food and drinks are covered the entire trip, and that's in the all-inclusive resorts in Mexico. Uh, the most recent all-inclusive I did was in Playa de Carmen, Mexico, and then the Airbnb was in Sayulita, Mexico. I crunched the numbers, and both were very similar. In the case of Sayulita, Mexico, I rented a place that was kind of up on a hill. And whenever I wanted to see the nightlife, I would just leave my Airbnb. And once I got to the bottom of the hill, I was right there in the nightlife of Sayulita. And each night we would go try different restaurants. But then we started getting a few favorite restaurants we really liked and started hitting those more. But so, yeah, I've had good experiences with renting places in Sayulita, Mexico. And I've also had pretty much all my experiences with all-inclusive resorts, regardless of whether it was in Cancun or Playa de Carmen, I've had really good experiences with all-inclusive resorts. So, and then the food has always been really good. So, um, I can't stress enough how important it is. Uh, any place that's an all-inclusive resort, you will get, if you get the food right, more, and and of course, they at all inclusives they have all kinds of activities you can participate. Um, oh my God, they at all inclusive resorts they got tons of outdoor activities, but they also have tons of areas where you can just go chill by the pool, or you can go jump in the ocean and then go back and chill by the pool. And so there's plenty of areas where you can relax in all inclusive resorts in the southern part of Mexico. And so you got the best of both worlds. You can get as busy as you want as with activities at an all-inclusive resorts in Mexico, or you can just chill out. So, um, uh, in some of the things we did in Mexico, we went to, sometimes we would go, like, I think we visited a really large, it's all on my playlist. So if you click on my different Mexico playlists here on my channel here, you can actually see when we go visit this huge water park area in Mexico, in the southern part of Mexico. It's all on my playlist there. And I'll tell you what, man, the all-inclusive resorts in Mexico got it nailed down. Because like I said, you can sign up for as much activity as you want, but they also got the food nailed down, pat. So, yeah, it's, and there's not too many. I don't know how many countries out there have all-inclusive resorts, but if 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 I was a country and I was thinking about doing all-inclusive resorts, I would really go to the southern part of Mexico and kind of model my all-inclusives after the Mexico all-inclusive resorts, because I like how they do it. And I think they've been doing it for a while. And so there's an old saying, why reinvent the wheel? So that's exactly what I would do. I would study how the southern part of Mexico, which would be the Cancun area, the Playa de Carmen area, and I would really study how they do the genre of all-inclusive resorts, because I think they do really well, really good job at it. So that's just my opinion. They do a really good job. But as you guys can see, I'm really big on all-inclusive resorts, especially in Mexico. And like I said, you can click on my playlist so you can check those out, because they're really, really cool. My other travel playlists, I have some from Cape Town, South Africa, which was really cool. We did rent an Airbnb in Cape Town, South Africa, and had a lovely time. And it was funny how that happened. I think my daughter was studying abroad in Cape Town, South Africa, and I had never really thought of going and traveling to Cape Town, South Africa. And so my daughter actually talked us into it, and she was about to have a 1 week break in between her studies. And she said, "Hey, Mom and Dad, you ought to really come out to Cape Town, South Africa." And so I started looking up the history and everything, and I was like, wow, And the history is very interesting in Cape Town, South Africa, for sure. But I'd never been there before, and I think before we got there in Cape Town, South Africa, my daughter got to go on safari, so that was kind of neat. And she got to visit some animal sanctuaries there in Africa. Anyways, to make a long story short, she talked us into it, and we had an absolutely wonderful time in Cape Town, South Africa. I also got the Cape Town, South African trips are also on my playlist. On one of my Cape Town, South African videos, you can see me climb up Table Mountain, and I'm kind of huffing and puffing away. And it was like a 3-hour hike, and it was on this really rugged trail, really rocky trail in Cape Town, South Africa, and Table Mountain. But it was worth it because you got to different parts of the mountain overlooking valleys and stuff. It was really beautiful. And I got to make some wonderful content while I was hiking up Table Mountain in Cape Town, South Africa. It was really awesome. Had an absolutely wonderful time. And but yeah, I'm so glad my daughter talked me into going and visiting Cape Town, South Africa. And for some people, that's on their bucket list. Cape Town, South Africa is. And I was kind of pinching myself as I was visiting Cape Town, South Africa. Now when my daughter, of course, my daughter's finished studying abroad, but when she was studying abroad, there was actually a YouTuber that had inspired her to go visit and study in Cape Town, South Africa, and that's Ben Brown. I don't know if some of you may be subscribed to Ben Brown's channel, but he's lived his life a little bit in Cape Town, South Africa, and I believe he also has some family in London as well. And anyways, that YouTuber had inspired my daughter to go study abroad in Cape Town, South Africa. So, and my daughter's got to travel to lots of different places. She's also got to travel to Israel. She had a wonderful Israel trip a few years back. So, now I've never been to Israel. I would love to go to. I think, matter of fact, I think when my daughter got to, my daughter was a study abroad in Israel a few years back. And so that was pretty cool. She also got to go to the Baha'i holy places while she was there studying abroad in Cape Town. When she was studying abroad in Israel, she got to go to the Baha'i holy places in Haifa, Israel, which was cool. So during my daughter's study abroad, both in Cape Town, South Africa, and Israel, she's got to go see amazing sights and sounds, which is pretty awesome. And then, of course, I love that when we spent a week with her in Cape Town, South Africa. That was pretty awesome. So I'm not sure when the next time I'm going to get to do my Mexico trips and my Peru trips. For a while there, I was on a kind of a travel. I was kind of like on a travel schedule. I was like in the middle part of the year, I would go to the southern part of Mexico, where I would either hang out at Cancun, Playa del Carmen, or Sayulita. And that was in the middle part of my year. And then towards the end of the year, around Thanksgiving, or sometimes I'd wait till after Christmas or even during Christmas, I would go to Peru. And in December, Peru's summer is just starting. The summertime is just starting in Peru in December. So that's usually how my travels went. And so, yeah, like I said, I don't have any upcoming travels coming up. Now, I'm a little jealous. I have a family member that's going to be going on a surf trip, and they're going to go to Hawaii in May. And I'm a little jealous. I've never been to Hawaii. So, yeah, that might be on my bucket list. Maybe I'll make a trip to Hawaii one of these days. That'd be cool. Never been to the Philippines. And I've also never been to Japan. I would love to go to Japan. So, yeah. Japan's on my bucket list to go travel to. The Philippines is. If I ever go to the Philippines, it would be neat to meet up with some Filipino YouTubers. That would be a lot of fun if I ever go visit the Philippines. So, yeah, the Philippines is on my bucket list. Japan's on my bucket list. And Hawaii is on my bucket list. And I'm sure as the years go by, I'll add other countries to my bucket list. There was a time I did get to travel around Europe, but I think at the time I wasn't doing YouTube real heavily, which is too bad because I got to listen to sights and sounds. A buddy of mine's daughter had got married in a castle in Germany, and we went to this castle and we rented out. I think we might have rented a hotel not too far from the castle. And when she first got married, yeah, we did get a room in the we got to stay in a kind of historic building near the castle. So, anyways, a buddy of mine's daughter got married in Germany, and I learned something so cool from that trip. I didn't think I would ever travel in Europe until after I retire. I'm not retired, I'm still working. And um, what I learned from that trip is I shouldn't put off trips for retirement. I should just save for these trips, which I do budget. Me and my wife budget our money so we can go on more travel trips. So, what I learned from that trip, from going to that wedding in Germany, is because after the wedding, I think we spent a few days with them, and then we got to rent a car, and I got to drive on the German autobahn, and then I got to visit the northern part of France, and then the northern part of Italy. Got to visit Austria and Switzerland, and had an awesome time. Of course, I loved going to congratulating a buddy of mine's daughter's, congratulating her on her wedding. But I love that we got to travel around Europe after the wedding, and it was really, really awesome. And like I said, what I learned from that is I shouldn't put off travel, or certain travels I really want to do. I should not put off until I retire. So that's what I learned from that Germany, going to that German wedding in Germany. So yeah, don't put off. I mean, budget your money. If you think you'll love travel, just make sure you budget your money so you can go on your travels. And once again, I don't mean to be harping on this, but you never know how you're going to feel when you get to retirement age anyway. So you might as well, while you have the energy now, save the money for your travels. Really do your homework, because sometimes you can find a really nice Airbnb wherever you travel to, or sometimes an area may have all-inclusive resorts, and I'm a big fan of the all-inclusive resorts, especially the ones in the southern part of Mexico. But oh man, and then just go. So don't wait until you retire. Like I said, budget your money, save up your money for travels, and then travel to places you think you really want to see, but really do your homework. And you'll probably be really happy that you've done all these travels way before you retire. And I'm grateful for all the traveling I've gotten to do. So I've enjoyed my European travels. I've enjoyed my Mexico travels. I pretty much enjoyed all the travels when traveling to Peru, South America. So, and I'm so glad I didn't wait till I retired to do my traveling. I've been pretty happy with that. And on top of that, life is really, really short. And so that's another reason to do your travels, or not to put off traveling. So, but what's funny about me, when I find places I really love to travel to, which there's so much of the world I've still not seen. I mean, so far my little travels have been Cape Town, South Africa, southern part of Mexico, and lots and lots of trips to Peru. And obviously, well, there's a reason I travel to Peru the most, is because my wife's family's from Peru. So that's so that's a good reason. So yeah, there's a reason for that. So, but yeah, my wife's is the big reason I travel to Peru a lot. But man, the food's amazing. Love the food. We have a restaurant here in Indianapolis. Um, it was originally run by a Peruvian gentleman, but this Peruvian gentleman trained this gentleman from Mexico, and the taste did not change at all. I mean, this guy from Mexico, He runs the Don V's Peruvian sandwich place off of Raymond Street near the Indianapolis, Indiana area. And if you basically, he's taken traditional Peruvian meals and put it on a sandwich. One of them's called lomo sentado, which is a steak sandwich. The other one's called lechon, which is a pork sandwich. And there's some other sandwiches they have. He also makes a ceviche. I haven't tried a ceviche though. But anyways, anytime. And I also usually order two fried yuccas, which is like a root that has like a potato texture to it. And once again, it's called Don V's Peruvian Sandwich Place. And it's off of Raymond Street near the Indianapolis, Indiana area. And if you've never had Peruvian meal at all, and you are in the Indianapolis, Indiana area, and you like sandwiches, and you like steak sandwiches and pork sandwiches, you'll get it Peruvian style. Basically, and it's you can smell the fresh baked bread that your sandwich is going to be a part of. And so they put this lomo sentado on this fresh baked bread in Don V's Peruvian sandwiches, and it's really, really good. And like I said, if you're not familiar with Peruvian food and you're in the Indianapolis, Indiana area, you got to go to Don V's Peruvian Sandwich Place. And if you love steak, of course you would order the lomo sentado steak sandwich. And then if you really love pork sandwiches, you would order the lechon sandwich. And I'd recommend both sandwiches. They're really, really good. And the sauces they bring out to you for the yuca, it's kind of like a mayonnaise like texture, spicy mayonnaise like texture type. It's not quite mayonnaise, but it kind of reminds me of spicy mayonnaise, the sauce they bring you for the yuccas. And like I said, yuca has like a potato like texture to it. And on my steak sandwich, I usually ask for extra sauce so I can put that on my lomo sentado sandwich. So and that sauce usually comes out with the fried yuca, and then I usually end up asking for extra sauce. But yeah, that's a cool way to get introduced to Peruvian food, is going to Don V's Peruvian sandwiches. Of course, if you're in Lima, Peru, you're going to have some awesome meals. And lomo sentado is one it's a rice and steak dish, lomo sentado. So yeah, if you're ever in Lima, Peru, and you love seafood, of course you got to order the ceviche, Peruvian ceviche. If you like a steak dish, you would order the lomo sentado. And if you like chicken, you'd order the pollo, roast con pollo. That's the chicken dish. But oh yeah, any trips to Lima, Peru, you're going to and you can ask some of the other Latino people. You can ask people from Venezuela. You can ask people from Chile, Colombia, what they think of Peruvian food, and they'll all pretty much tell you Peruvian food is really, really good. One of my wife's friends who's from Colombia really wants to go to Peru sometime. And then, of course, we all want to go visit Colombia sometime because she's from Colombia. One of my wife's friends is. And so, yeah, there's another trip I need to make or put on my bucket list is go visit Colombia. I've never been to Colombia. But yeah, I absolutely have fallen in love with Peruvian cuisine, Peruvian food. Like I said, I got friends from different parts of South America. One's from Venezuela, one's from Colombia, and then the majority of the rest of them are from Peru, South America. So, yeah, I think anyone out there who's about to make a trip to Lima, Peru, South America, be prepared to enjoy some really good food. Probably some of the best cuisine from South America that's in Peru, South America. You're in for a treat. So, yeah. I pretty much feel whoever goes to Peru, South America, and goes to some really nice fine dining Peruvian places. Of course, there's a Peruvian place on San Bartolo Beach. Even though it's not a fine dining area, it's called Pereires. It's a really quaint, tiny restaurant in San Bartolo Beach in Lima, Peru. And San Bartolo Beach is not too far from Lima, Peru. I want to say, if traffic isn't crazy, maybe a 45-minute drive to San Bartolo Beach. And then you can literally either get a little tiny taxi to Pereira's restaurant, or you can walk it. It's walkable. And you can end up having some fresh ceviche in San Bartolo Beach and Pereira's. So, they also do delivery. When I was in my wife's family, have, like I said, they have two different ones, like kind of a cottage, and then the other one's like a full place in Peru, in San Bartolo Beach. You can actually have fresh seafood. You can have a whole Peruvian meal delivered to your place. So a lot of people rent out Airbnbs in San Bartolo Beach, and you can actually have food delivered to your. There's all kinds of delivery places that can deliver you food. I also found that true even when I'm staying in Lima, Peru. There's all kinds of delivery options, DoorDash kind of stuff, where you can have, like if you're renting an Airbnb in Peru, in Lima, Peru, you can actually, there's plenty of places that will deliver directly to where you're staying at. So, but most people usually like to go out when they go eat. But if you feel like staying in, you have plenty of delivery places that will deliver you meals. So my daughter got pretty savvy about that. She did both deliveries in Cape Town, South Africa, and also in Peru. So even when she was staying in San Bartolo, she had different delivery places that would bring her food. So that was pretty cool. I think she would like pick a very specific app and have stuff delivered to her. So that's cool. That's really wild. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And for those of you who will end up rewatching this live stream, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to drop me a comment. Make sure on this video you comment down below those places that are on your bucket list that you want to go see. So I'm really interested, for all of you that are out there, I'm really interested. Please comment down below on this video. What are some of the places that are on your bucket list that you really want to go to? And at least put down in the comments why you want to go visit those places. Sometimes it's landmarks you guys want to see. But anyways, comment down below on this video. What are some of the places that are on your bucket list that you want to go see? And make sure you drop me a like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that each time I make new content, you'll get a notification that new content has hit the channel. Thank you again to my subscribers out there. Those of you who've been with me a long time, thank you so much. And thank you to my new subscribers who've just joined the Lomos Bushcraft Travels family here. You guys and gals all rock. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my cold brew this morning. Anyways, I hope everyone has a good morning out there. Of course, I know I'm on different time zones around here on YouTube. Let's see. Here it is 9:14 in the morning. But over in the Philippines, it's probably 10:14 p.m. in the Philippines. But here in Here in Indiana, it is 9:14 a.m. But over in the Philippines, it's like 10 something p.m. in the Philippines. So, good evening to all my audience in the Philippines, and good morning to all my audience that's here in the United States. Anyways, thank you. Thank you for those of you who end up rewatching this live stream. And thank you in advance for those of you who end up commenting on this video. And also for those of you who end up liking this video, cheers. Thanks for liking this video. Yeah, thanks for any likes, comments, and subscribes this video gets. And thank you so much for those of you that end up rewatching this live stream. You guys and gals rock. And I'll either see you in the next live stream or I'll see you in the next video. I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers. Take care, guys and gals. Have a good day. Peace. Cheers. Later, Gators. Take care, everyone. Have a good day. Cheers. Take care, everybody. Later, Gators. Cheers.